Assalamu alaikum. I am Mirun Hussain Akib from Department of Software Engineering. My ID is 191352640. Today I am going to talk about high response ratio next scheduling process in operating system. So in this process, the algorithm is we will select a process that arrives fast and execute that process. During the execution, if only one process arrives, then we will also execute it after the current process execution finish. But else, if there are more than one process arrives during that execution, then we will find the response ratio for each process. And we'll take the maximum response ratio process. Which has the maximum response ratio, we will take it and execute, and we will continue this process until until all processes are executed. So we will understand it better if we solve a problem. In this skin, you see here we have a problem with 7 process. In this problem, process P1, P3, P5 and P7 both comes at time 0. And in time 1 P2 arrives, in time 2 P4 arrives, in time 5 P6 arrives. Now 0 come first, so we will execute from 0. But the problem is here 4 process has come, so we have to find the response ratio for each process and then take the process which has the maximum response ratio rate. Now if we find the response ratio for P1, P3, P5 and P7, then we will get 1 for each process. For finding response ratio, the law is effective time minus arrival time plus serve time divided by serve time. So using this law, I have calculated this response ratio for each process. But here we see all response ratio are equal. So if response ratio are equal, then we have to take which has the minimum arrival time. But here arrival time for each process is also equal. If it happens, then we have to take the process in lexicographical order. Here P1 is greater in P1. Here P1 comes first in lexicographical order, so we have to execute P1 now. So here in 0 time P1 is executed. But during the execution of P1, P2 comes. So we have to now find the response ratio for P3, P5, P7, P2. Because P1 is already executed and rest we have rest this. So if we find the response ratio, then here we will see 1.20 is maximum and 1.20 holds P7. So we have to execute P7 now. Now P7 is executed for 5 milliseconds as the CPU time of P7 was 5 ms. So we have to execute it for 5 milliseconds. But in the meantime, P4, P6 is come. So we have to execute now. So we have to find response ratio for P3, P5, P2, P4, P6 and P6, and then we will take the maximum one. But here maximum is 2, and for process 5 and process 2 the maximum is 2. So as they are equal, so we have to look at their arrival time. here arrival time for P5 is 0 and arrival time for P2 is 1. So here minimum is 0 for P5. So we have to execute P5 now. So P5 is executed for 6 millisecond as CPU time of P5 was 6. So P5 is executed now. Now we have P3, P2, P4 and P6. They already came, so we have to find their response ratio. Here the maximum response ratio is 3 for P4. Maximum is 3.33 for P6. So we have to execute P6 now, and P6 is executed. Now P3, P2 and P4. There are only 3 process, P3, P2 and P4. Among P3, P2, P4, the response ratio is maximum for P2 as it is 3.80. So we have to execute P2 now. So here you see P2 is executed. Now we have only 2, P3 and P4. If we find the response ratio of both, then P4 is highest. So we have to execute P4, and P4 is executed. Now we have only one process, so we can execute it without any hesitation. So P3 was the only one process, so we execute it. Then we have to find the turnaround time for each process. Turnaround time for process 1, the law of turnaround time is completion time minus arrival time. Here completion time of P1 is 1, because if we look at P1 from the last, then P1 is here. So it is the last of P1, so here is the completion of P1. So completion time of P1 is 1. Then completion time of P2 is 20. If we look at from last, then is 20 at then the complete of P2 in 20. Then so in this way we can calculate for each process the completion time of each process. Then if we look at the turnaround time, the law of turnaround time is completion time minus arrival time. So here if we calculate for each process, turnaround time for P1 is 1, for P2 is 19, for P3 is 32, for P4 is 23, for P5 is 12, for P6 is 10, as 15 minus 5 is 10, and P7 is 6. And the summation of this TAT turnaround time is 103. Then we can calculate the wait time. Here wait time is 0, 14, then 25. Then the summation of wait time is 71. Now we will calculate the average turnaround time and average wait time. As we have only 7 process, so we have to divide turnaround time by 7, so we can get the average turnaround time. So the average turnaround time is 103 by 7, so results 14.71 millisecond, and average wait time is 71 by 7, results 10.14 milliseconds. So that was it was our answer, average turnaround time and average wait time. So it's all about my presentation. Thanks for watching.